This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Lee versus Lee. You all have been married for 9 years. You have one child together, and concerns about cheating are causing problems in this relationship. Miss Lee, why are you here today?
I'm here to find out once and for all if he's been cheating on me.
These concerns that you have, how's it affecting your relationship?
We fight a lot.
So this is just a tense household.
Yes.
Mr. Lee, what are you here to prove?
I'm here to prove that I'm not cheating at all. I've been faithful to her for 9 years, and it's tearing us apart. I mean, it's always fussing and fighting. If I take a little longer at the grocery store, where have you been? It shouldn't have took that long. You're out there sleeping with someone else. If I have a moment to myself at all, it's, oh, you're cheating on me, aren't you? If I got a female coworker, oh, you're cheating on me, aren't you? No. I mean, for 9 years, she's been just saying the same stuff. Oh, I'm gonna leave you. I think you're cheating on me. Who are you texting? Who are you calling?
Mr. Lee, do you believe this is all in her head, that she's paranoid?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's from a past relationship or brought on by her own, maybe some sort of mental problems that need to be addressed, but I feel like she just needs to stop with allegations.
So we have an idea what it looks like now. What did it look like then?
We met about 9 years ago. We met at a party. I had a friend actually invite me to meet somebody else, and I ended up falling in love with that one. And the next night I called him, and he took me and my grandmother out to dinner.
Oh.
You and your grandmother?
Yes, I was living with my grandmother and taking care of her.
So your first date,
He took my grandmother.
your grandmother went with you?
Yes.
Now, Mr. Lee, is that some kind of player move
I come from a big family. I come from a big family, Your Honor, and if someone's going out to eat, we always ask if anyone else wants to go out to eat. I didn't want her grandma to be hungry.
How can you not love a guy like that?
I'm telling you, that is sweetness right there. That is sweetness.
And that's why you fell for him, isn't it?
Yeah, a month later we got married.
A month later?
Yeah.
We knew each other for 5 weeks total.
Wow.
And it lasted 9 years.
And you made it 9 years. Y'all don't play, man. I mean, that is...
You talking about hit the
you know
ground
what?
running.
You know what? Go big or go home. That's it.
All right. So you've been together 9 years.
Yep.
You knew exactly what you wanted. You knew it right away. Why are you here? Why do you believe he's cheating?
We've been married 9 years, and the whole entire time we've only done 2 sex positions. We've done missionary and from behind. I know it sounds boring, but that's it. Within the last year, he's been bringing up other things. He's been throwing my legs over his head. He's been putting me to the side. I mean, just all sorts of random new positions.
So you went from 2 positions to being flipped around like a president.
Hey,
yes, Your
I
Honor.
didn't hear any complaining out of her.
Miss Lee, most women wouldn't complain about that. I mean,
Why out of the blue?
It up.
After 8 years, it's just one way. We pretty boring couple. We stay at home. We play video games. We watch TV. I mean,
That's
pretty
why.
boring couple.
We're a boring couple.
And now, all out of the blue, all these new things.
and so that causes you to have some concern.
Yeah, where did he learn them from?
All right, Mr. Lee, she brings up a valid point.
You know, I figured if I changed it up a bit, maybe she wouldn't go the other way, or maybe she'd be a little bit happier.
Might be tired.
Yeah. I mean, just kind of wear her out before she yells at me.
That's one approach.
Yeah.
That's one approach.
Miss Lee, I gotta ask you, what are you thinking about when he's doing all these
Where
new
the
things?
hell did he learn it from?
So you can't even enjoy it because you're thinking, well, where'd that come from? And who did he get that from?
I don't have a cheating bone in my body. Never have cheated on anybody.
But you know, Kylo, they say when there is a decrease in one sexual activity or change in what you're doing, that's a warning sign. So it's it isn't without basis.
I understand both sides because on the one hand, it's like, well, you do want to change it up a little bit. You don't want to always do the same thing.
Yes.
But then when it's all of a sudden, it's like, okay.
And it's really out there.
So you didn't talk to her about it, say, hey, you know, things are going on. You just sprung it on her one night,
Yeah.
you know, without warning.
Started slow with this and that, and then, you know, the next time, throw a little more and throw a little more. Yeah, just keep it
Just
routine.
keep it
and
different.
changed up.
Keep it in new. Keep it fresh.
Exactly.
And you're just not buying that at all.
Nope. No, Your Honor.
Well, you know, Miss Lee, while I can understand your concern and there is some basis for it, it's not all bad. Do you have any other evidence that he's cheating?
Well, I work 2 jobs. I leave the house at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Don't get back until 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
I get home and I expect to spend time with my daughter 9, 10 o'clock at night, spend a little bit of time with her, and I would come home and she'd be nowhere to be found.
So, Miss Lee, you come home, your daughter's not there.
Hmm?
You ask him, where is she?
Said she wanted to go to the babysitter, so I called him to have him come pick her up.
Okay, and what did you say in response to that?
Why didn't you call me and ask me? I've been at work all day and I want to come home and spend time with my daughter. Well, I just wanted some time alone. She wanted to go over there. And he went off walking, and I went into the bedroom and started going through his stuff, and I found a stack of porn DVDs in his book bag.
Okay.
What? And so when you found this,
That was the first night he sent my daughter off.
And you think he's using these porn DVDs and having sex with somebody else?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Lee,
They're not even mine. They're hers. They were mixed in with the piles of DVDs I packed up.
and you don't
I'm dealing
believe
with
that, Miss Lee.
No, I don't believe him at all.
so Miss Lee, have you ever caught him actually with a woman?
Okay, so we worked at the same place together in Montana for a little while, and I had several people come up to me telling me that he was flirting with them. So we made a plan with one of them that I was real close with to catch him in the act.
See, planning, right there.
Well, we decided to try to catch him in the act, and we worked together one night, and they started sexting. I sat there by her the whole entire time. You know, she let me see what was going on, and I kind of told her a little bit of what to say to kind of lure him in a little. And he sent a pic of his penis
All right, Mr. Lee,
while he's watching my kid.
can you explain to me why you sent a picture of your privates to her coworker?
Well, first off, I knew I was being set up. You see, the night before we were out to dinner, and all of a sudden,
you see why
someone
we're here.
starts texting me from a random number. I'm like, I don't recognize this number, so I think I'll ask. So it turns out it was one of the coworkers I've only worked with a couple times. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, why is she texting me? And I realized, you know, she's good friends with her. So I'm like, okay, this is clearly a setup. So I'm like, okay, I'm texting, just mindless conversation, video games, trucks, this and that. So the next day, she goes to work with this girl, and I'm like, okay, well now let's see what happens now. So I know it's her on the other end of that phone because I know how she texts. I know all her little traps. I know everything she's giving herself away on. So I'm like, okay, and then she asked me, okay, for a pic. So I'm like, okay, this obviously is what she wants. Okay, let's just give her what she wants. So I did.
Then how come when I got home that night, I said, what were you doing all day? And you said, nothing, I've been playing video games.
All right, so you send this pic, and in terms of going big or going home, you went big.
Yep.
And you sent this pic.
Ain't that big.
I got tired of always being accused. And
Mr. Lee, do you always send pictures of your privates to coworkers?
No, that was actually the only time.
When you got home, what happened?
So I said, have you been texting anybody today? No, I've just been sitting around. I said, no, the hell you haven't, because I was on the other side of the phone the whole time texting you. And then I walked out of the room and told him to get the hell out of the house. You know, I was cussing him out and everything. Then all of a sudden, he switches it up and gets nasty with me, saying, oh, I knew it was you the whole time. Well, then why'd you just apologize to me and cry when you were on the toilet when I got home?
What we have here is a wife that absolutely doesn't believe her husband, a husband who says, I haven't done anything wrong. The only thing I was trying to do was spice it up in the bedroom. He says he's not cheating. He just wants to make it a little hotter, a little spicier. So based on that, the court went to a friend of the court to stop by and give us some insights on couples, romance, and when relationships go stale. At this time, the court would like to call New York Times best-selling author of erotica, novelist Zane. Ron, would you escort Zane into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
How are you? I'm great, and yourself?
We're good. It's
Thank
good
you
to
for
see you.
coming.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, we need your insight. We have a couple here, been together 9 years. In the 8th year, he starts busting a move, basically. So we want to get from you some information. You write a lot about sex and romance.
I do.
You talk to a lot of couples. What would you suggest for couples who say the relationship is going stale? What do you recommend?
Well, first let me say this, that lust is the benefit of self at the expense of others, while love is the benefit of others at the expense of self. And what I mean by that is a lot of couples stop at the lust stage and never get to the love stage. Even when they've been together a long time and have kids and stuff together, you have to realize that love is about a degree of sacrifice and willing to make exceptions to make the other person happy. So a lot of times when a marriage becomes stale, it's because there's that lack of communication or the unwillingness to try different things.
And we know that you know a lot about Spice.
I do.
So, what advice would you give them since she seems to be uncomfortable with change and he's trying to spice things up?
Well, I think it's important to have an open mind. And as long as he's not asking you to do anything that makes you totally uncomfortable, you may want to try it because for all you know, you might like it. And our sex drives come in ebbs and flows, whether we're male or female. And sometimes a lot of it has to do with outside circumstances. But you never know. If he wants to try something new, unless it's something that's like really makes you uncomfortable, you just can't see yourself doing, why not try it? It might actually turn you on.
Here's the issue here is she's concerned about it, not because he's doing it, but she thinks he's getting this information, this spiciness from another hot tamale.
That's not necessarily true.
Okay.
Everybody changes in their life. Like, we don't want to watch the same, television show for 30 years, or eat the same. We don't have the same favorite meal for 30 years. So it may just be that he wants to do something different, and you're his wife, so he should do it with you. And I often encourage couples to spice up their love life. It can be very helpful for a spouse. It's better for him to try to make changes and try to encourage you to do those things than to go out and for him to be miserable, rather.
And it's not an indicator that there's infidelity going on.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Right. What about watching porn? Is watching porn an indication that there's cheating going on?
No, a lot of couples watch porn together, and it can be very healthy for a relationship. It could be some type of research. They could learn things that they want to experiment with. That's not necessarily an indicator of someone cheating at all, because a lot of people watch porn with their spouses.
Okay.
A lot.
A lot.
All right.
All right. So we've gotten some expert advice about whether or not spicing it up, watching porn together, means that something's wrong. In fact, it could be that something's right, that you're moving forward. But in this case, you believe that the change in your sex life, that he's willing to be with other women because he was talking and sending pictures of himself to your friend, your coworker. All of these are indicators that he's cheating.
Yes, sir.
And you're uncomfortable, and all the excuses he's given, you are not buying.
No, you're not.
All right.
And Mr. Lee, just so I'm clear, so the court is clear, your testimony is you have not had any sexual relationship with anyone other than your wife since you've been married.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's what you're telling this court.
That's what I'm telling this court.
To investigate this matter, the court retained the services of certified polygraph examiner Michael Williams, and we're going to call him at this time. Ron, please escort Mr. Williams into the courtroom.
Your Honor.
How are you, Mr. Williams?
Good afternoon, Judge.
It's good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Mr. Williams, would you state your credentials for the court, please?
I have spent the last 25 years in law enforcement as a polygraph examiner. I have over 700 polygraphs to my credit, so I'm much more likely to catch you in a lie than your doctor is to catching you with cancer.
Oh, well, that's bad for the liars, that's for sure.
Right. Now, in this case, you conducted a polygraph examination of Mr. Lee, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
You asked Mr. Lee, since being married to your wife, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than your wife? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
Your Honor, on this particular question, there were several significant physiological responses which indicated to me that he was being deceptive.
Mr. Lee, who have you been involved with since you've been married with her?
Nobody. I'm sticking by that.
Can't do it.
Your wife needs to hear the truth.
Ron, can you please try to bring Miss Lee back in? Miss Lee, you're very obviously heartbroken. Tell us what you're thinking right at this moment.
I don't want him to come back to Montana with me.
You're done.
Can't do it. If he would at least been honest in here when y'all asked him, I could have worked on it.
Mr. Lee, my husband, my co-judge has offered you an opportunity to come clean. So I'm gonna ask you.
You've been married for 9 years.
Yes.
The question was,
Oh, okay, go ahead.
since you've been married to Miss Lee, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman?
No, Your Honor.
Well, you can take a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. So,
As we say in this court, don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a good relationship. Court is adjourned. This is the case of Williams versus Williams. You all have been together for 25 years. You've been married for 11. You've got 3 children together. And this long-term relationship is in jeopardy because of allegations of cheating. Is that right, Mr. Williams?
Yes, sir.
Tell us why you're here.
I'm here today to find out if my wife been cheating on me. Ever since she lost 100 pounds, she started dressing provocatively, sneaking out at night, and putting stuff in my food.
That's a lot. Let me start with the 100 pounds. You lost 100 pounds?
Yes, sir, I have.
look at you, that is amazing.
That is good.
Yes, thank you.
And
it was done because of my health, not because of I was trying to get sexy or trying to cheat.
What are you here to prove?
I'm here to prove to my husband that I did not cheat on him, that I'm not cheating on him. I love him to the moon and back. He is my rock. I love him to death. He's my everything. Look at him. He's sexy. Oh, my God. Why would I want to cheat on somebody that looks like that, really?
Even after all these years, he's still sexy to you.
Yes.
mad at
Yes. He could be 100 and I still think he's sexy.
Look, when you like it, right?
Exactly.
I understand that. He still got it going on for me, too.
And she's still
30
sexy to
years.
you, right?
Yes, sir. Real sexy.
You probably thought that from day one, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
What was day one like? How did you all meet?
I was on my way to work, so I decided to stop by a relative's house. And she was over there doing one of my relatives' hair. And I walked in and I said, woo-wee.
That was
No, I
He
said
said it out loud.
That was your first, when you first saw her, your first words were, ooh wee.
I thought he was crazy, but I thought he looked yummy because I'm from New York and I have never seen a black cowboy before. And he had on a cowboy hat. And he had on these tight jeans and his shirt and his boots. And when I looked at him, I thought he was like the sexiest man in the world.
Okay, so I'm looking at this picture. He's on a cow. He's
No,
on
that's a bull. That's a bull.
He will ride anything.
So you're a real cowboy. That's not just your look. You're a real cowboy.
Yes, sir.
You done grabbed a bull by the horn.
Yes, ma'am.
That is, I understand why you were like, look at him.
Oh, there you go. Oh.
Right there, that's sexiness.
You
He
see
got
that?
his black hat on. I ain't mad. Y'all look good together.
Oh my
It
God.
must be something about the color black, because I was wearing all black the first time she saw me, and she says that.
Hey, wait a minute. When he wears all black now, I still am like,
That's why I like the robe.
That's why I like the robe too. That's why I like the robe. So I still like, So I get that. I get that.
So you first saw her, it was ooh wee. You first saw him, he was yummy.
Yes, yummy.
What was it like in the beginning?
Our first date was, I didn't have much money, so I took her to my mother's house, and I fried some fish, made a salad, fried some potatoes,
Yes,
made a
yes.
dessert.
Yes, yes.
And
you did.
we sat there and ate. And then,
Now wait a minute. You gonna really impress me. Was it catfish?
yes, ma'am.
Catfish.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's an awesome
You fried
cook.
catfish?
Yes, ma'am.
You'd have had me right there. I understand. I got you.
When I first met him, he was chasing me around the house, and I was like, is he for real? And so he sat me down and grabbed my hand and told me, look, I don't know you and you don't know me, but let's try it and see if it'll work out. And if it doesn't work out, then we can go our separate ways. And I'm like, he's really a nut, but obviously it worked because I'm still here.
And so you were intrigued, you pursued her, and after all this great beginning, you all got married.
Yes.
So now you think she's cheating. What are the warning signs that you've seen?
Putting stuff, like I said, putting stuff in my food. When I go to sleep, she sneaks out.
You said she put stuff in your food. What do you mean?
It's called Peter softener.
Peter soft.
He says
Like-
saltpeter.
like saltpeter?
Yeah.
Yes, and I do not put saltpeter in his food.
That's the stuff they use in the military, right?
Right. Ron, you were in the military. Do you know anything about
That's
this?
what they told us in basic training, to take the lead out your pencil. Yes, ma'am.
All right. You believe that your wife is putting saltpeter in your food to take the lead out your pencil?
Yes, ma'am.
Meaning lowering your sexual drive, lowering your libido.
Okay, I get off work, and she made some spaghetti. I'm eating, and then I said, this spaghetti don't taste like your regular spaghetti. And she gonna tell me, it's some different kind of cheese I'm using. Yeah, right, saltpeter.
Different kind of cheese.
And you know, it made me sleepy, and this here been going on for about a week.
But why do you think it's saltpeter? How did you come up with that of all things?
Because I went in the kitchen and saw the container on the cabinet, and I threw it in the trash, and because Bubba wasn't singing.
So now you get the picture, right? The food tastes funny, he's getting sleepy, Bubba's not singing.
So when Bubba's not singing, that is the same as no lead in the pencil.
There you go.
Please, please,
Miss
Williams, help us with this.
Please. I changed from regular ground beef to ground turkey. And that's why it tastes funny, because he's used to the ground beef. And he did not see no saltpeter. I was using kosher salt, not saltpeter.
What you put in his spaghetti, he thinks you put it in there so that it will lower his sex drive.
No,
And
no, oh my God,
I bet
no.
the reason you think she did that is so she could go out with somebody else.
Yes,
and
sir.
have sex with somebody
Your
else.
Honor, but this is going on for a week. Pork chops, I'm taking a nap. When I get off work, chicken, I'm taking a
because he's
nap.
tired.
You know, this it got to be saltpeter.
That's because he's tired.
And for this whole week,
Yes,
Bubba's not singing.
Bubba haven't been singing.
You believe that she put saltpeter in the food to take your libido down?
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
that all you have?
When I get off work one time, I see negligee laying all on the couch and stuff.
Goodness.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Cullen.
Yeah. If I come home and see negligees all over, you know, I kind of smile a little bit.
You would think so.
But you came home, you saw negligees lying
All on
around.
the couch.
Okay.
Okay, she's in the bathroom taking selfies. I'm going like,
Please.
what you doing? What you doing? Oh, I'm sending them to you. To this day, I'm still waiting on those pictures.
Miss Williams, why hasn't your husband seen the sexy pictures?
It was supposed to have been a surprise. I've been, buying lingerie secretly so I can make him a Valentine's Day book. And this
Okay.
particular time,
Okay.
while he was at work, I was trying to take the pictures, and he came home in the process of me taking it. So he started with the accusation, oh, you in here trying to take pictures to send it to somebody. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I didn't The pictures
Yeah.
are still on
Mr.
my
Williams,
phone, but he didn't
do you
get
have
it.
the pictures?
Yes.
Okay, Ron, would you grab those for us, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Thanks, sir.
And these pictures, let's take a look.
Some of the stuff I haven't seen.
So these are pictures of the outfits that
yeah.
she was modeling.
Yes.
And you haven't seen her in these
No.
other pictures.
Is this the maid outfit?
Yeah, that's a maid outfit.
And Your Honor, like I said,
Okay.
Miss Williams.
Miss Williams.
Look at you. And he walked in and you were doing this?
Yes.
Now, did you send these pictures to another man?
No, I did not. I buy that stuff for him to see me in.
Right.
But I also buy stuff for him so I can sing.
Oh, my goodness.
I buy this for him, and then
Oh, my goodness.
so he can put his junk in the trunk.
Jump in the trunk.
Oh, my goodness.
But he won't wear them for me anymore because he thinks I'm cheating.
Oh. Well, did you used to wear that?
yes, ma'am.
All right. Woo, wait a minute.
That's impressive.
Woo.
That's impressive.
Wait a minute. Now, can you imagine Mr. Williams on that bull with that outfit? Woo! So, Mr. Williams, everything Miss Williams is saying makes sense to me. Do you have anything else that would indicate that she's cheating?
Okay, I come home from work. I moved the pillow on the couch and found a pair of thongs back there. And she don't even wear them for me. I'm wondering what the thongs doing back there.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
so,
Well, was it yours? I mean,
no,
I
it
saw
wasn't mine.
that. I'm
these
just
are
saying.
women's thong
Yeah,
underwear.
women thongs.
Women's thong
It was her
underwear.
thongs.
I have a dog. His name is Prince. And he likes to go in my underwear drawer. There he is. That's the culprit right there. That's the culprit.
Little man.
And he can open and close. I submitted a video.
You submitted a video to the court.
Yes,
As
yes,
part of your
ma'am.
court
Yes.
file. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is an example of my dresser. As you can see, it takes one finger to open and close this. My little dog Prince, he jumps up in here and he pulls my clothes out of the drawer. This used to be my underwear drawer, and I had to change it and put my t-shirts down here because he will jump up on here and pull them out.
And he would run all over the place with them.
So your testimony is your dog went in your drawer,
Yes.
pulled your underwear out,
Exactly.
and stuffed it behind the pillow on the sofa.
You got to remember, we've been together for 25 years, so I have a lot of stuff because we role play a lot.
But you ain't role playing as long as this is going on.
No, not until this stops and the cease and desist. And I want it over. I want my husband back. I love him. I want my husband back.
Mr. Williams, you're not believing any of this, are you?
No, the dog ate my homework.
That's what it sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like.
But what I'm seeing, love, is that they love each other.
Yeah, there's a lot of laughter.
And there's a lot of love. And she is highly frustrated with these accusations.
Yes.
I can imagine it's hurting your heart.
Yes, it is. And it's tearing me apart because I love this man. I've been with him so long. I want to grow old with him. I mean, he's my everything. I mean, it's hard for me to keep my eyes off of him now because he's so sexy. I love this man.
Yeah. Here's what we're looking at. Mr. Williams thinks you put saltpeter in his food. It tasted funny, and he saw the saltpeter in the kitchen. He found these sexy pictures that you took of yourself in lingerie that were never sent to him. He finds a pair of thongs in the sofa. You don't wear thongs for him anymore, he says. And so that raises a question in his mind. And
the dog did it.
Oh, the dog did it. The dog put
the dog ate my homework. The dog grabbed my thong.
The dog put my thong in the sofa.
Right.
And all of this is causing suspicion in your mind that she is involved with somebody else and she's having a sexual relationship with one or more other people.
And he thinks it's all started when she lost 100 pounds. That's part of this.
And if you find out she is cheating, the marriage is over.
25 years has gone down the drain.
Gone
Wow,
down the
really?
drain.
We can't. That's
Really?
What else you want me to say? Happy birthday.
Okay.
Mr. and Ms. Williams, this court has done a full and complete investigation to determine, is she cheating? At this time, the court will call certified polygraph examiner and licensed private investigator Kendall Shull. Ron, please show Mr. Shull into the courtroom.
Yes, Sean. Kendall Shull.
Good day, Mr. Shull. Glad to see you today.
Good day, Your Honor. Good to see you.
So, you completed a polygraph examination on Miss Williams, is that correct?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
All right. So you asked Miss Williams, have you ever added any supplement, including saltpeter, to Mr. Williams' food in order to suppress his sexual appetite? What was her response to that question?
She said no.
You look a little nervous. Are you nervous?
I'm just upset about it, so it's just bothering me.
Okay, so this is not tears of fear. These are
No.
tears of frustration.
Yes.
All right. What did the polygraph reveal? What did the polygraph reveal?
Your Honor, the polygraph revealed that she was being truthful.
I told you. Kosher salt, not saltpeter.
How does that make you feel, Mr. Williams?
Good. Real good.
Ms. Williams was asked, since your marriage in 2006, have you had sexual intercourse with any man other than Mr. Williams? What was her response?
She said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being truthful, Your Honor.
I told you. I gotta tell you, y'all are some of the cutest folks we have seen. I am so glad.
I mean, you can feel the
Oh,
love.
they're so cute.
That's what a long-term relationship looks like. I mean,
That-
you can just feel it. They know each other inside and out. You know how each other thinks. I'm surprised that it got this far, but sometimes that happens.
Mr. Williams, just enjoy this beautiful lady. That's what you need to do.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
And Miss
All right.
Williams, keep on doing what you're doing. Keep
Yes,
on with the
sir.
sexy lingerie. Keep
Yes,
on with
sir.
the pictures. Keep
Yes, sir.
enticing them.
Put your
Thank
joke
you.
back in the trunk.
There you go.
Please.
And so you all can be together for another 25 years. And
Yes.
25 years after that.
Yes, thank you.
I want you all to talk to our counselor because you've all had a little bit of, you've had a little blip in your beautiful relationship, and he can give you some tools so that you go forward happily. And as we say in this courtroom, do not cheat yourself out of a happy, fun-filled relationship. Court is adjourned.